I want to go over a little bit of what the course looks like and kind of where you can find things. I try to keep this video relatively short, and I say that up front, and it always ends up being 6 to 8 minutes. So I'm going to try to just give you overview and how you can find stuff, and then let you go in and actually click on things and see where everything is. Here at the beginning, you have announcements and a Q&A. I don't use the announcements. I will use Remind or email for that. You guys are more than welcome to use the Q&A forum if it's something you think that everyone in the class might have the same question. I do monitor that, but your other fellow classmates might be able to answer questions that you have. There's a welcome and course information is first. You have this wonderful little letter from me, and then this video that you're currently watching is actually right here in the course. And then there's all this great stuff that you should review about the syllabus and the rubrics used in this course. And here, of course, is the Google Calendar, which you can click down here to add to your own Google Calendar. It has all of the links for, or the deadlines of when things are due in this class. The lab information is definitely something you want to take a look at. It gives you the direct link to the OneNote notebook. It gives you tips and tricks for the Google Slides, and it tells you what needs to go into the lab report, as well as things that you shouldn't use. Do pay attention to this section here on the oral report, as well as this is where you submit your oral report. A lot of students forget this. If you forget to turn in the submission, I do send you a reminder to do that. I'm not a stickler. If you miss the deadline because you forgot to make a submission, I'm just going to shoot you a text on Remind and say, hey, don't forget you forgot to do your submission. Make sure you do that ASAP, because if you don't submit it, you can't get a grade. That's the downfall with that if you forget. If you haven't signed up for Alex yet, make sure you do that ASAP. Here's the code for our class, because you don't want to get behind on the homework at the beginning of the term, because a lot of times if you get behind, it's really hard to get caught up. Now, all of these other ones where you can see on my video it says restricted, they're hidden until the week actually opens up. But I want to look here at week 1 just to kind of give you an idea of what the weeks are going to look like. I always include the content. This is what is from the book, so it kind of gives you the sections that we're going to cover. And then I provide you the activities and or assignments that we're going to do. Now, as you'll notice, the first week here, it looks like, what the heck was she thinking about? That's right, it's really long. But as long as you will look through it and do everything and kind of check off what's there, you got it made. The only thing that is not found in Moodle, of course, is Alex, and this plan for the week form that you do is always delivered by Remind. So that's the main reason that you have to have Remind, other than, of course, the nice little reminders that I send out. So there's a video to watch. There's the forum post. I went ahead and did mine so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm looking for, because it doesn't have to be exactly like what I did, but I did use the Adobe Spark video, which is what I'm asking you to do. You do have to include your voice, so you have to speak in the video, but I think it's a really cool way to do intros, because everybody gets to make a video, and you do have to post it to YouTube. If you try to upload the video file, you will be on the computer all night long. So remember, you have to post your video to YouTube. And then here's each one of these little things that I said are these little freebie hundreds. If you do the student information quiz, you get 100. If you signed up for Remind, which usually people have done before the first day, you get 100. The U card, you probably did this when you did the orientation. If so, then you'll just need to type me a note that you've done it already. If you didn't, then please do take a screenshot once you have actually done that. And then the safety quiz, those are the rules, safety rules that are in your lab manual. That's the OneNote notebook. You do need to sign up for your oral report. Publisher slides, I try to include that with every single one of the weeks. Lecture-like notes, or notes that I have that I provide you guys, they're not in every single week. I'm giving you some tips and tricks about Alex, how to use Alex, how to do the homework, and how to watch the videos. So I do strongly suggest you watch this video. And then I provide a link to the videos so that you can see all of the videos that there are. And then we get into the actual experiment. So this first one, it takes you, you click here, and you're going to navigate to experiment 1, and I give you the objectives. Do watch this video on the collaborative slides. This is required. You have to participate in this. And you'll notice down here it tells you a little bit more about it. Now, when you do it, you have to choose a color that you're going to use for the whole term. Words of advice: don't use colors like lime green, yellow. Pick things that are like darker, because it's a lot easier to read. You will have to sign up with the color and your name, so that's how you get your grade. You start out with the most points, and then if there's a section that you don't do, then points are deducted. So you start out with a free 100, and then if something goes wrong, then you lose your points. So here's your rough draft. There are sections that have to be completed, and an outline. The more things that are completed, the more feedback I can provide you for what's actually due on Sunday. Now, you're probably saying, well, how do I get a copy of those Google Slides? Yeah, it's this weird little statement right here, and then you actually click where it says, please click here. And when you do that, it will actually ask you to make a copy of it. And so you just hit this button right here. It says make a copy. It will open up. Now make sure where you see where it says first name, that's your first name. You need to change that when it opens in the window, and then you need to change last name to your last name. If you turn me in a rough draft and it says first name, last name, I will definitely say that when I make your video. It happens all the time, so it's okay if that happens to you. So you have that. This doesn't say by Sunday. If you want me to add it, because that makes it simplistic and easier for you to understand that, let me know and I can add due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Remember, all times are Pacific, so you need to make sure that everything is in by Pacific time. So this is just kind of the overview as I was mentioning. If you have any questions about it, do let me know. If there's anything that wasn't clear, please let me know. And I look forward to working with you all starting with the first week and all the way until the end of the term.